governor has criticized the MIAC report and saying that it unfairly targets conservatives, and has asked for the public safety director to be put on leave, and has asked for you to distance yourself from the report. And what do you have to say to what the lieutenant governor has been saying?
Well, I mean, our law enforcement officers have a very dangerous job, and MIAC's mission to provide additional information to help our law enforcement officers do their jobs effectively and safely is a mission that is an important mission. You know, under a previous system, however, I mean, MIAC would prepare and distribute these reports to law enforcement agencies without review or approval from the colonel of the highway patrol or the head of the director of public safety. Now, that's simply not acceptable. I'm pleased that Colonel Keithley has put a new system in place to provide proper review of these reports, and I believe this new system will ensure that law enforcement receives the information they need through the appropriate channels.
Governor, the language of that report, it was similar to the kind of stuff that ultimately came out, we discovered was going on in the FBI under Herbert Hoover. What can you do to assure the citizens of the state that there is not an agency of the state doing political profiling, doing background checks of perfectly legal, legitimate organizations in the state?
That's not the purpose of MIAC. I mean, it was formed under my predecessor. All of the folks that worked there were placed there before. As I said before, I think that you know, having a system in which that was built up, in which there's no review or approval from the colonel of the highway patrol or director of public safety needs to change. It's unacceptable, and I'm pleased that the colonel has put in a new system. I think that's appropriate. I think that new system will clearly focus the resources where they need to be and stay away from any of these types of potential we got enough bad guys to catch. We shouldn't spend our time looking at good guys.
Governor, where did this idea come from? Is this something
I have no idea. I was not governor when the MIAC was formed. I was not a governor. I did not hire any of the people who were there, and nobody in my administration, the director of public safety or the colonel, saw this stuff before it went out. I mean, you know, once it came out.
Colonel Keithley yesterday, did you ask him to sign that letter, or is it something he just dreamed up on his own?
Sign.
The state, well,
he
wrote a letter.
I did not talk to Colonel Keithley yesterday.
I'm sorry?
I did not talk to Colonel Keithley yesterday.
Anybody in your office?
I'm confident that members of my office had a chance to talk to Colonel Ebet.
Should the director of MIAC, the agency, or the person who wrote that report be relieved of their position?
I think that the colonel will put a new system in place, and that will be a review as to what he feels should be done. And I'm sure that he and the director of public safety will have an opportunity to review that and make those decisions as